Hello everybody and welcome back to Cities Skylines, where I was just messing around in between episodes and I figured out how to do this. So we take it this— oh wait, this isn't going to work. Because we're not going to be able to flip it. However, we might, heavy on the might, be able to get it to hit this snap point. We're at the correct height. Because what I was doing is I got it to here. Maybe if we just flip it now? Hang on. We were able to flip it there. And then I was able to build essentially like this. Now that's... well, if we build it this way, then that would be fine, assuming we can flip this. And yeah, we can't flip it. So we need to find a way to get this in here. Like so. Without getting that space already occupied. And the reason we were getting that is because that wasn't where I thought it was. I thought it was putting a pillar right here. Like this. But apparently when I flipped it, it changed it? But now it didn't. Okay. Building highways can be confusing. Now that's still giving space already occupied. But if we build it this way, then it doesn't. And then we can flip... okay. This game. I don't even. Okay, so this is just going to be a pure turnaround, right? But we also want this to be... well, that's the correct-ish distance. But I actually want it to be slightly further out. I want it to be basically right here before the turnaround. So a little further in, like that. And we turn around there. That's giving slope too steep. Yeah, there is a relatively large height differential between the two. So what if, hypothetically, we were to bring this around over this way to basically right here, but I want to have it be at exactly the same height. So there's a little bit of a jiggle there, so we'll choose the lower one. And then we'll see if this has a little bit of a jiggle as well when we build, yeah, see? Like that. So we would actually want the higher one, not the lower one. So let's try that again. Where are we? There it is. That's the one we want, right there. Perfect. Okay. So we do need to flip this around, assuming we can, and we can. That's perfect. Okay. So now we take the curve tool and run it over like... space already occupied. Yeah, actually, let's get rid of these roads down below. Most of these are irrelevant now, so basically just this is fine. And then let's try this again with the curve tool. I want it to be snapped at 90. Apparently that's not an option. Okay, we're getting that issue. However, we can get rid of this turnaround for now. Snap at 90. It doesn't actually want to snap there, but okay, that's fine. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Snap at 90. That's a kind of awkward 90 degrees. Yeah, it doesn't quite want to get to 90 here. But I don't think this is quite the right position. I think we have a bit of a pillar mismatch here, and indeed we do. So let's actually take this back and run this up to where the pillar would be at exactly the same point. Like that. There we go. And then can we bring that in? We can indeed. That's perfect. Okay, now we run the curve in over here at 90 degrees. And I want it to be like a little bit shorter. We don't actually have a standardized curve for this, which is a bit awkward, but something about that doesn't look quite right to me. It definitely goes out this way a little further, a little too far, and I think that's why it doesn't look quite right. we want to bring it at 90 degrees to about back here, like right here, not at this snap point. So we have a pillar issue there. But we have a repeated pillar here, so I think that's okay. We just take this up over this direction to about there and check pillars. I think we're okay with those pillars, maybe? Let's see. 90 degrees. I want to be basically in between those. I want to be right here where the mouse is. So I think in order to do that, the best way to handle this would be to take that back again and just bring this up to, with the straight line tool, to exactly where I want it to be. Like right there. And then we curve tool it in. Like that. Yeah, that'll do the trick. That does mean we're going to have to redo this as well. At exactly the same point. I do not want to be using the curve tool. So right here. Now we curve tool like so. That's giving space already occupied because of the thing going under them. Yeah, that's okay. I would kind of like to redo this and have it match the same slope if at all possible. I don't want it to curve in there. I just want it to be like that. Should do the trick, I hope. And then we just take this into, say, here.
We are the law.
And then
accountant. The law accounting.
Like that.
What you're thinking. Are we lawyers? Are we accountants?
And then we'd want to connect this up over here because we're not going any further than that. And then we have some directionality over here.
What do you think? Seems to me
Actually,
there's a lot of you
the directionality is over here.
need the use of the law accounting, but that's not
Hang on.
legal advice. That's life advice. In
The
fact,
top
we're
one
legal
should be going left.
providing legal advice.
So it should be
Law accounting,
like
officially
this.
unlicensed since 2005.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. And then this one should be going right. So there we go. Perfect. And the right one should be going north. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, we've got a little bit of wackiness over here, but I think ultimately that'll be fine. So now we need to essentially... Well, I'm gonna... Oh, need to turn that around too. I mean, we've got a little bit of an oblong scenario over here, but that's ultimately not the end of the world. So we're gonna leave this for now because I feel like we're gonna run out of money a little bit as we try to merge all of this together. So we're gonna need to run this all the way down to here, demolish all of this, and curve this into here. So I feel like because we need to do that basically all at once so that we don't lose our traffic through our city, I think that's going to become pretty important to save up just a little bit more money. Because this goes nowhere as of right now. We also need to connect it up over here, and realistically... Oh my god. I'm an idiot.
You're listening to Cities Radio.
I cannot believe I just did that. This is where it goes, not here. Turnaround goes here. Wow. Well, this was pointless. 100% my fault. I didn't even notice. Okay. So that means that our turnaround area goes over here, and I believe clips into this highway. Yes, indeed. So it needs to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares beyond. And then it just connects up over here. That also means we're going to have to remove this area. Luckily, we've gotten a lot of money. And we can always take loans if we need to. I'm going to go ahead and actually... I'm going to pay off 2 of our loans. and let time tick forward a little bit further. I'm kind of salty about this. Like I said, 100% my fault. Not anything to do with the game, I'm just dumb. So there's that. In the meantime, while we're waiting for our funds to replenish a little bit, and I want to pay off this loan too, realistically. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. These weekly costs are almost irrelevant. I guess we can just do this. Okay, let's get some work done on this. Some proper work. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to replace this highway with this highway. And we'll just curve it in over here as a temporary sort of thing, because we need to get this interchange online before anything else. So let's go ahead and take all that back. And we're going to leave this where it's at here. But I do want to connect this up like that, because this is where our interchange is going to be. And this is a much better place for the interchange. So ultimately, I'm glad that I noticed, but it's still super awkward. So we're going to need to take the highways from up here and bring them on down this direction. We're probably, almost certainly, going to have some pillar issues up until here. So the important thing here, though, is that this pillar ended there. So we'll go ahead and place a pillar there. And then we want a pillar here. And then just take this up to here, like that. Now, as far as on-ramps and off-ramps go, I think we're going to do basically the same thing over here that we did over here, and have very little. I mean, I think we can get on-ramps and off-ramps over on this side. Technically, we can do them on this side too, without really disturbing the natural shoreline too much. Of course, we did destroy our power line here a little bit, so let's go ahead and see if we can't run this in. Kind of like that. Should do the trick. Okay. And now we're going to need to take this down to about... Well, where exactly do we want this to be? 1 block? Yeah, we want it to be right here. Assuming that that did not change pillars, and it did not. Fantastic. So then we take this and run it underneath. Space already occupied from pillars. It looks to me like it's going right next to it. That's certainly interesting. What if we were to go right here? That's giving space already occupied as well. Okay, let's take this back, and we're going to go under first. So we'll take this over to here, and we want it to be on the bottom as quickly as it can. Just bottom it out right there. Then we'll take it on the bottom to right here. And we'll take it back up to right there. Then we'll just create a turnaround. Actually, we'll wait on the turnaround. So something like that. And we're going to need to run this over like so. And yeah, it just works now. Of course, we do have some directionality issues. But that's fine. Can handle that. Of course. Of course. So let's go ahead and have this be right here. And we build it in right like that. Perfect. Okay, so with that being the case, now we should be able to create our interchange and just curve these in like so. Not wanting to curve over here. Maybe if we take it this way? It's still not wanting to curve. Maybe if we do it right here instead? Yeah, that'll work. Made it a little lopsided looking. But honestly, we're a bit too far down this way anyway. Let's go ahead and take these back. And I want to grab from this point with the line tool from underneath. And just as soon as we can get up, There we go. And as soon as we can get down. Okay. Now, it looks to me like this distance is about a block. But let's go ahead and see here. If we take this out to, say, this position. Yeah, we're going to need to run this a little further. There's no doubt about that. So, like, the minimum distance that we can run it. And we try to curve this in to perhaps there. I want it to be in between them. This is too big. This is too small. Right in between them is just right. So we're going to actually have to take this back yet again. And bring this up with the line tool. Instead of right here, it needs to be 1 square further right there. Okay. That should do the trick. Too short, isn't it? We need to take it 1 more square. Okay. Come on. 1 more square. So, this is the closest it can be. 1 square, 2 squares. And then we take this in like so. And then we use the curve tool. That's a little awkward looking. But actually, I think it's fine. I mean, we're just going to connect this up anyway, right? Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, so there's that interchange done. We now need to take it down over this way. And do this interchange. So for right now, I'm just going to build the highway up over like that. Okay, well it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and next episode, we're going to make this interchange and have this highway go into it. As far as how we're going to get it, well, maybe all the way over there? I don't know. We're going to have to figure out what to do about this bridge, but I'll think about it between episodes and we'll see what I come up with. See you all next time.